Gewoon een bocht nemen, hoe je dat moet doen of zo?
Ja, van buiten naar binnen.
Van buiten naar binnen, maar hoe precies? Leg eens uit.
Laadremmen, insturen en dan weer gas geven.
Ja.
En met de carburateur.
Wat met de carburateur?
Ja.
Viola, because in the pre-final he did a 6 and I did a 5. So I thought, yeah, 1/10 quicker, it's enough. But in the final he was really quick. So I was every time look behind me where he was because he really wanted to pass me. Yeah, in the beginning of the race we were a little bit unlucky with the rain sometimes and they pushed me off. But every time we were in the front of on the podium. So I think now let's see, we are the fastest one on the track.
Yeah, for sure. After the European, we switched to Zanardi, and we are finding out now how it goes. But we're still finding some speed, but we are getting used to the chassis. I think that's the most important for the next races, like the World Cup. I think it's a very important race right now because I've never won a race before in the CIK, so that was a little bit disappointing. We tried to do our best this weekend. I think in the practice we show already the potential. We were fast, or even in time qualifying. No one, I think was good. Just the start maybe was not so good, but after I managed to come in front again and save the tires a little bit. So yeah, it was good. Also, it was nice to have a 1-2 with Jorrit. My name is Max Verstappen, and currently I'm racing in the VF3 European Championship.
How are you doing? Sorry for not knowing it, but...
Yeah, at the moment we are second in the championship, so in my first year in car racing, I think that's not too bad.
It's your first year in car racing?
Yeah, I stepped up from karting last year, where I won twice the European Championship and once World Championship in 2000. I really enjoyed it. Like my father said, it was the first time with a more powerful car. So yeah, it was great fun.
As a father, you want to do the best for your son and to go as well as possible.
At which point did you know that this was on for you with
Well,
Perez?
first of all, I was getting a bit angry because I couldn't get the move done on the straight before because we were just too slow. And then he was struggling a lot with his tires, so I managed to have a good exit out of the last corner. And then I just tried around the outside. It was very difficult. I was not fighting Sebastian, I was just trying to save the tires because it was quite a risky move to go with the softs for so long. But we managed it.
2 fourth places in your debut season. Was this beyond your expectations?
I think so, yeah. I think also the points we scored, it's quite impressive for the moment. I'm very happy with that, and hopefully we can score some more in the next upcoming races.
Well, the talk of the race back in Brazil, of course, was Max Verstappen in the rain. He must be fed up talking about it by now.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah, I've talked a lot about it, but I mean, I think that's part of it.
You've thought, in the middle of just about to smash your car to pieces, in a great position in the Grand Prix, straighten the steering wheel, Max.
Yeah, it's something, I've learned, for example, driving in the snow on a quad bike. It's something you always have. You have moments where you're sliding and you always try to correct it, and that's exactly what I did there.
And then you have to take your foot off the brakes when the point comes, and you were a bit lucky because there was a service car entrance there, so you could breathe a bit against the barrier.
Well, the lucky thing was, I think the day before, I don't know. Oh wait, I do, but it's Australian, right? They are Australian. They are Australian. Oh, I've seen him on Instagram with the guys, but I don't remember their name. I don't know the name, but yeah, I don't know the name. A little mix. Be quite a lot more physical on your neck because the cornering speeds, they're quite a lot higher. I think they're up to 20-30 kilometers in a corner. So yeah, we did quite a lot of training to get prepared. Hopefully it's enough. I mean, you never know for sure. The first test or 2 test weeks, yeah, you will feel a bit sore because you can train what you want. You can get a lot stronger, but always the first time you jump in the car, you just get a stiff neck. So yeah, I think next time you see Seb, you should ask him to change his style. Because honestly, it's not acceptable. That's what they said to me in the beginning of the season. So I think they should do the same. Yeah, no, I enjoyed the race, and yeah, I had a good battle with Stoffel as well. He was not giving me a lot of room, which was good to see. And yeah, I got back into the points, starting last. So yeah, definitely enjoy myself on Sunday. I think that I'm falling, and then it stops, and then I'm falling again. So it just keeps falling. Like you fall, and then you're like, it stops, and then you keep falling again.
Sounds like a good roller coaster.
Yeah, but it's so odd. You're like, I did eat what I wanted in the off season, but that was also coming back on the scales on January. So I also had to train it off. But I mean, I enjoy it. Just eating what I want for a month, and then I know I have to work hard. In January and February, especially where you're starting to get ready for the season. But you deal with it, and of course, then those 2 months are maybe not the nicest in terms of the way you are eating. But
happy on this circuit with how close you got the lap times and quality?
Yeah, I think the whole weekend already. This track with the new tarmac at the moment is quite difficult to bring the tires in. So it's a bit of a hit and miss. So I'm happy in Q3. I think the lap itself was pretty decent. It's just very difficult, to get the front tires and the rear tires to match. But again, P3 not too far behind. So of course still a lot to play for tomorrow, and hopefully of course we can stay close.
15 wins this year, incredible performance today on a one-stopper. How do you feel?
Yeah, of course, very happy with that. I think for me it was all about trying to make that one-stop work, and we managed the tyres quite well. Of course, I mean, it's been an incredible season for the whole team, for myself, and something of course I will never forget. I mean, to have these kind of season, I don't think it will come along very often, but I'm definitely enjoying the moment.
Great stuff. Enjoy the winter. Thanks.
So I had to work for it initially, but once I got back in the lead, it was all about first controlling the tires a bit, and then I could really extend my lead again. But then, of course, because of the safety car, we had no lead anymore, and we had to do it again. And we have to look if the soft tire was the right one to the end, because I was struggling a little bit in the last few laps to keep the tires under control. But luckily, the gap was big enough. I don't even know where to start, because my emotions today have been from almost trying to destroy the garage to, winning the race. I mean, starting P17, I knew that we could have a good race, but in qualifying, I think it was quite clear that there was only one line that you could take. So I knew that overtaking was going to be quite tough. But in the race, I mean, we had a good start in the back, so it will be quite difficult to pass around here with all the spray and the amount of rain, but we'll have a look. I mean, honestly crazy. I never expected to go from P17 to P1. I was hoping for good points, but this is absolutely crazy.